Deftones, Knife Party, alternate standard tuning method. I'll play all the different parts right at the beginning. Afterwards, I'll go back through, give the full explanation for it. Before we get into it, please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know that you like this video and you want to see more Deftones stuff in this style. And now, let's jump on in. Alright, so once again, we're in a standard E tuning here, EAD, GBE. Alright, just trying to simplify it, give you an alternate method instead of the, drop C white pony style. And it works pretty well in this tuning. A little bit of a stretch at certain points, that's why I'm going to show you a capo option as well, if that helps you out. But for starters, we're just going to start with this big, elaborate sounding chord. It's not really that big of a deal. It's like a E flat major 7 sus 2 with the B flat root note. Like I said, it sounds pretty elaborate. Basically, we're just going to bar the 6th fret here. And we'll have the 6 there on E, 6 on the A, and then we're going to do an 8 on the D and a 7 on the G. And then we can even keep like the 6 on the B and the high E. Really want to morally focus on, like, say, all down to the G, but if you hit those B and E strings incidentally, it's not really a big deal. Okay, really cool sounding chord. And for the intro here, it's this real kind of specific strumming pattern here. And basically, we'll hit it once, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hesitate a little bit there. Do 5 strums again. And then we'll hit a couple, and then just basically loop it from there. So just slowly here. All right, so that's kind of the feel we want for it. All right, and then we shift to this next spot, and it's basically a G suspended 2 to a G minor. And like I said, this part's a bit of a stretch. Not that big of a deal for me. Kind of used to these chords. I like them. And it's the same strumming on this. And we're only worried about like these 3 strings here, the EAD. for this initial bit, and you want the 3E, the 5 on the A, and a 7 on the D. All right, and with this, we're going to strum it just like we did the other chord. All right, but at the end of this one, we'll kind of do this back and forth with the G minor. We'll go to the G minor, okay, so just a regular G minor now. And like I said, mostly just worrying about down to the G string here. You know, we got the 3E, 5 on the A and D, and then that 3 on the G. If you hit the B and E string, not that big of a deal with the 3s here. But with this, then we'll do a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, really wanting to focus on hitting that 3 on the G there, just to make sure we hear the minor, you know. All right, and then we'll just bring it right back to the suspended 7 with the E, A, and D string here. And that's you know, like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So try that slowly there. And as I mentioned, we can do a capo version here that, you know, does a lot of the heavy lifting for us, makes it a bit simpler. And we can even adjust that initial chord with that. So, you know, for the initial chord, you know, instead of like the big bar chord with all that, basically all we have to do is just do a 6 on the E and a 6 on the A string. And I'm keeping these all objective frets, all right? So the exact frets, not relative to the capo. So like I said, just the 6s here, and then basically just hit opens under that. All right, and basically get that same chord with just only 2 fingers now. All right, slightly different voicing, but more or less the same chord. And strum it just the same way. All right, then we move to our G sus2, which, you know, with the capo here now holding down the 3s for us, all we have to do is, you know, get the 5 on the A and the 7 on the D. So we're only using basically like this power chord shape now. All right, still kind of just focusing on the EAD string. All right, and then we get our G minor just by coming off to, you know, what looks like a E minor shape now, where we just have to hit the 5 on the A and D. And of course, the capo's holding the 3s for us. All right, and then back to our 7. All right, by adding that, coincidentally enough, 7th fret there on the D. Okay, so capo definitely makes it even more simple if you want to go that route. 2 little options for you there.